We got this.
We got this.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm going to be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
I got my sweet jerk with them. Shoes on.
That train is off the track.
I feel like you can't just like jump through Neptune and be okay.
Just prepare to...
What the show needs is more dogs and bears and chickens and stuff.
Yeah, so just prepare to be awash in unbeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacer fans. You are listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacer podcast. Today is... most of the time. Today is March 13th, 2022, I think.
Sounds true.
I don't know. This episode is 580, believe it or not.
Cheers.
Coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina. I'm your host, John Colson, the in-house bartender and whatever. Here's what's crazy. Look, this week the doctor had his in-laws in town. Host Joey had a baby meltdown at the last second. Maybe related to the time change.
Excuses,
maybe not.
Family stuff.
Yeah.
Look, prioritize your life in a meaningful way. First podcast, then wife and kids. I mean, let's be real.
Well, I just want to say to you, Harper, that you literally just landed from Seattle. Are you still in the Uber? I don't know, but you're.
I'm a man.
Yeah, that's right. You have your priorities straight.
I prioritize my life properly. I podcast from the lift. That's
right. That's right. You're
with a giant bottle of wine.
You're stuck with us for the first time in Undebeatable history. I'm your host. Do you believe that?
So sorry.
580 shows. We should put this on my resume that I'm so far down the line.
Oh shit! Was I supposed to help you with your resume? Because I have not been doing.
No,
that.
you were supposed to host, but you just got off a plane, so you're stuck with me.
Roger that.
So here we go. This show we're covering a 1-2 week in Pacer Nation. Joining me is the analyst you've heard from Boise, Idaho, out west, our enforcer, John Harper.
What is going on, buddy? Shout out to Nico, Al, John Dahl. Love you guys. Had a great weekend in Seattle. Checked out Brother Ali. Just a really, really great weekend. So shout out to those guys.
Shout out
to our missing analysts as well. Those guys are also great guys, and I wish they could have been with me for Brother Ali. It's a good show.
Shout out.
Not you though.
Yeah, no, screw me. I do have actually it's a funny week for me to be hosting because I have a bazillion shout outs this week. First, I think our first fan, our earliest fan, Jennifer Drinkwater, her birthday is the Ides of March 15th.
Shout out. Drinkwater.
My father, whose birthday is St. Patrick's Day.
Shout out, Bob.
Shout out. And also shout out St. Patrick's Day. Everybody go have fun and be safe. And then shout out to Ethan, who is Jason's adorable, hyperverbal, really good at walking son, who gave me some sort of cold. It's not COVID, but I wiped up so much of his snot that I know that I got it from him.
Or maybe COVID.
It's not COVID. I took some tests. I mean, what are those worth? But anyway, what I'm learning is that children are just little sponges of disease, and I haven't been sick in 2 years, so now I'm just being a weenie about it. I'm just being a weenie about it now. I'm like, oh, can I just sleep it off? Whatever.
Yeah, that's what kids do. They're little germ factories.
That's right. Well, shout out to Ethan. So,
yep. In my fam, shout out to EDH and SZM. Love you guys.
Ooh, shout out.
Birthdays.
Okay.
It's a big birthday week.
It is a big birthday week. Yeah.
What's the sign for March? Is that, it's not Virgo.
It's sexy. That's all I know. It's a sexy sign.
Sexy. I concur.
Is it a Taurus? No, that's later.
Yeah, that was in the summer. My dad was a Taurus.
Yeah. I'm an Aries. So I think that's part of March.
Pisces.
Yeah.
Pisces. Yeah,
They're
fish
fishy.
people.
They're water signs.
They are fishy. I like the fish people.
Yeah.
I'm a Capricorn myself.
Nice. All right.
I'm in like terrible company. There's no one who's useful.
I was going to say that, but I'm glad you did. All right. So we're like 12 minutes into the show now. Let's get this week started.
You're editing, right?
Yeah, no.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So this week, the Pacers went 1-2. First game of the week, the Cavs were at the Pacers. Darian Garland was electric and put up 41, 5, and 13 as the Pacers fall 124 to 127. On the Pacers side, 8 players were in double figures. Halliburton put up a 25, 5 rebound, 9 assist night. Pacers' Jalen Smith, after 5 clutch points down the stretch, had a bizarre foul in the waning minutes of a tied game because the Undebeatables paid him to do it. Game 2, Pacers at the Spurs. Pop is a evil genius. Greg Popovich sat 3 of his starters in a random game against another team that's tanking. He sat Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl, and Murray.
Poeltl the turtle.
Poeltl the turtle. The Pacers were up 10 most of this game, winning 119-108. 6 Pacers again with double figures, Healed with 17, 5, and 6. Duarte was back in the starting lineup with Brogdon out with a concussion, getting the start and putting up 15 points and 8 boards. And then a game that just ended. I don't even know the final score. Harper, do you have that?
131-128.
131-21, the Hawks. We tried to win this one. That's what makes it interesting. But again, the balance on the Pacers end, 7 players in double figures, led by Halliburton being a badass. But Trae Young putting up over 40 points to win this game.
Also, you have to have 7 guys in double figures if you only play 8 guys, and one of them plays for 2 minutes.
Who played 2 minutes?
Sykes.
Sykes. Shout out Sykes.
I don't know if it was actually 2 minutes, but his line is 0 points, 1 board, 1 assist, 1 personal foul. It's not a lot.
It's not great. It's not great.
No.
Well, Harper, how did you feel about this week? I am in a place where I'm starting to freak out about wins. And this Spurs win bothered me a little bit. How do you feel about this week?
I mean, I don't think you should freak out about anything as far as basketball goes. I mean, it's fine. Win, lose, doesn't matter. I mean, we're kind of stuck where we're at. We're not going to be the worst team in the league, right? We're just in the company that we're in. So these guys are going out playing basketball. It's fine. I will admit I didn't think I was going to be on the show today, so I don't watch a ton of basketball.
Okay, fair enough.
Week.
Fair enough.
The Cleveland game was, I mean, honestly, with Darius Garland on the floor was closer than it should have been.
Right.
The guy puts up 41, and we're nipping at their heels all game somehow. And we only end up losing the game by 3. We put up 124. I mean, certainly we should, if we really want to, be able to win that game. I don't know. That was a lot. That was a lot. So if you're really rooting to lose, that's like a scary moment for you.
Well,
The Spurs are bad.
Well, okay. So, let me
Without 3 of their best 5 players.
Right. We're going to beat that team. And that's on Pop for sitting 3 of his starters. They're not good anyway.
It wasn't an accident.
I know. He knows what he's doing. He's a very smart man.
what he's doing.
But I would say about this Cavs game, so Jalen Smith hits a huge 3. He's got a putback dunk, which ties the game. And there's a couple possessions later. We're still tied. I think, it went back and forth. But he got us back in this game with 5 points unanswered, Jalen Smith. And then game's tied with, I don't know, just a few seconds left. And I guess he didn't know
14.
Yeah, I don't know if he didn't know what the score was, but he ran over.
He thought we were down.
Yeah, he went over.
He thought he had to foul.
He went over and fouled Garland. And
Someone he should not have been fouling.
right, who was already had over 40 points. So, and that's a learning curve. How old is Jalen Smith? Still 22, 20 something. He's 20 years old, right? I don't know.
I mean, objectively, he knew
child.
not to do that when he was 5.
Right.
Right.
And there should have been more conversation with the coaching staff before that, going on. Like, he needs to know what's going on. But
Well, I don't think anyone knew that he didn't know what was going on. It's hard to know when people don't know what's going on.
do you know what you don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's known unknowns
And then there's
and unknown
knowns, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. You can't say the guy was trying to throw the game because he literally got us back in that game. When this game was out of reach, he put up 5 unanswered points to get us tied. So, like, no one threw. I mean, definitely I said that we paid him to throw this game, but he clearly didn't. I think Jalen Smith's been great.
To his credit, he was like, that one's on me. I screwed up. Like, he took it on the chin like a man and was just like, yeah, I screwed up. And that's fine. Whatever. Things happen. It's fine. I could not care less. I wanted to lose this game.
Exactly. I wanted to lose this game as well.
Jalen Smith.
I wanted to lose this game as well. I am now. We're now with I don't know, less than 15 games remaining. I've become obsessed with the schedule and next, on the Thursday show we're going to get deep dive into this, what this looks like with our lottery odds versus the other teams that are losing. I'm now at the place where I've been rooting for this team to win because I want a culture of winning. I think I'm over that. I want us to be close and still lose down the stretch. And so that's what we did in this Cleveland game. And that's what we did in this Atlanta game. So shout out to that. And screw Popovich for sitting all his players.
Yeah. Especially given that he's already got, 26 wins under his belt? He's not catching us. We're at 23. So suck it, Pop.
He's thinking about it. He's trying.
He can't have
us. All right. I mean, it's
better at sucking.
It's going to get interesting down the stretch, and we'll talk about it in the next show. But I did want to say, I want to throw out a shout out to Jalen Smith. This is one of the things that I learned earlier this week. We've been talking quite a bit, in fact, about Jalen Smith's contract and how he's an unrestricted free agent. Because
it's a very weird contract law.
Yeah, because the Suns refused to sign his. They didn't pick up the option, right? So it's his 3rd year. Now we trade for him, right? So now we take on the unpicked up contract. Okay.
Which hasn't kicked in yet, right? He's still on his normal contract.
Well, no. So he's only in his first 2 years.
The option would be for next year.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. And this makes sense to me financially. You can't just not pick up the 3rd year on a player and then pay him whatever he wants. Right? So you can't just waive this guy and then say, I'm going to pay you a max contract. He's under a fixed contract based on his rookie deal.
Well, sure.
And so we are now under that fixed contract with this rookie deal. Even though the Suns waived their option to pick him up, we now have inherited that. Our only option, he's not an unrestricted free agent for us. He's still under that contract. So the most that the Indiana Pacers can offer him is his 3rd year deal, which is $4.7 million.
Yep.
And that's the most.
Any other team in the league can pay him $100 million.
Even the Suns. Suns, they trade him away, and now they could pay him whatever they want.
It's like it turns out to be weird, arcane contract law, right? I'm with you. I get why it's the way that it is, but after anyone has turned it down, that should be effective for everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this is,
and we're gonna lose Jalen.
We're gonna lose him because he is worth more than $4.7 million, especially in this new world with all the money out there.
More than $4.7 million to a terrible team.
Boy, I feel like even a good team would like him for $7 or $8 million as their backup 4.
Which good team that has salary cap to spend on Jalen Smith?
Actually, no one has salary cap except bad teams.
There's not a lot of guys out there.
Well, okay, but there's 6 or 7 teams that have salary cap that could sign him, and we will
100%.
we won't be able to match whatever number they put out there unless he just really likes us. and
I mean,
wants to come back
that's
for
the whole
4.7.
gig, right? Does he like us because we went out and on purpose traded for him?
Yeah, we took a
Because
risk.
we really like him. We gave him a shot. Does he want to be a Pacer? Does he want to wear the blue and gold? There may be something in that. And I think he'd be a great fit here if he decides to go that way. Can he make more money playing for the Thunder? Sure. Or the Magic? Sure.
Yeah,
But is that a better move for him professionally?
probably not. But I mean,
probably
if
not.
somebody, but I mean, $8 million is a lot more than 4.7.
Yeah, but also $4 million is the amount of money that I would retire on tomorrow. Like,
Sure.
I would never work again
Sure.
for profit. I would only work for nonprofits if I had $4 million.
Yeah. So really, he's probably can do what he wants to.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But that's actually not how most people think, obviously. I know I'm a weirdo. but yes. He will not retire in penury.
Right.
Either
Well, let's hope he appreciates what we've offered him, because I think this is in my mind, this is our one of our off-season priorities is to re-sign this guy, but we have a max of what we can offer him. So there's not really anything we could do except offer him 4.7 and hope he comes around.
It's literally just like we hope Halliburton's cool enough to keep him around. Like, that's the whole gig, right?
Right.
Like, is Halliburton, can he give him a sale to keep him around for less money? Like, that's literally where we're at. We know that a year ago or 2 years ago we had no one on our team who could make this pitch, but maybe now we do. We'll see.
Yeah. Interesting note this week. Malcolm Brogdon got a concussion at the very end of the Atlanta game. He's been out the last couple games. We spent a lot of time talking last week about whether he's the future of our franchise, whether he should be a part of this team. I looked in
Whether he hates us.
right. I looked into some of the numbers. Halliburton and Buddy Hield are not in any of the crunch time numbers or any of the best 5 lineups or 3 lineups right now on this team. Malcolm Brogdon is. He's the guy that's trying to help us win down the stretch. He's doing the things that make us better down the stretch. Now, does it fit with the rest of the team? I'm not sure. But what's interesting is I wonder if this franchise is saying to themselves, it's okay that you have a concussion, buddy. Why don't you take some time coming back? Because you're helping us win games.
I think that how much you think he helps us win games and how much I think he helps us win games are different things. But
I'm with you.
Definitely, either way, take a nap.
Well, I will definitely say that he's been on this team all season with far more talent, and we still
got
could
23 wins.
We still couldn't win those games. I'm not saying that
Just
he was winning us a bunch of games. I'm not saying that. You're making an
He was
excellent
not.
point, Harper.
So yeah, no, I'm fine with take your time coming back, Malcolm. We're okay.
Yeah.
TJ, any TJ updates?
No TJ updates. We got no TJ coming back.
Is he still an NBA player? Is that even
I don't know
a
if
thing?
I don't know what his address is anymore. I'm pretty sure it's not in Indianapolis.
Probably lives in Phoenix, or
Yeah.
Florida, or something.
Yeah, he's hopefully he's getting a suntan somewhere because the weather sucks in Indianapolis right now. I would say that Isaiah Jackson had a nice game against the Hawks. A double
Dude, that
double.
guy can just play. Are you
I just
kidding me?
really like this kid. I just really
can
want him
just
getting lots of minutes.
play.
And if Miles Turner comes back, and takes the center position, I just really want Isaiah Jackson to be a guy that's coming off the bench at your 4-5. I'm all sold in on this guy. I'm all in.
He's a baller. He's
Yeah.
super fun to watch. He's been super efficient for us. He doesn't try to do too much. He stays in his lane. There's a lot of room for growth. He doesn't make all the right decisions all the time, but for a kid his age, he
Yeah,
makes
he's
a lot
20
of
years
right
old.
decisions.
Yeah,
He makes
exactly.
a lot of right decisions.
Yeah.
And, he can guard pretty much anybody out there. He's a guy to be excited about. He can do most of the things that Miles Turner can do.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah. Yep. No, and
That's how good Isaiah
you
Jackson
think about 2 years from now when because it took Miles Turner about 2 years to figure out the defensive end, and when he did, he became the leading shot blocker in the league. I feel like we got 2 years on Isaiah Jackson before he's the guy who he's even going to start to become, and that's fantastic because he's already can guard perimeter in a way that Miles never could. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, that's the thing you can't teach. He's a gifted dude, and he works really hard, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. He's just we haven't had a rim runner like that. I just love seeing that kid throw it down.
Yeah.
Man. He's a ton of fun.
Yeah, we haven't had a rim runner like this since one of my all-time favorites, Jonathan Bender.
Bendy.
You got to take a shot now because I just mentioned Bender.
Shit.
That comes up very rarely, but rubber band man. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Arbor, do you have any other thoughts on this week of basketball? Because we are heading into another week as this season winds down.
Correct. Yeah. So this week we can look forward to Memphis, Houston, and Portland. I can't wait for that one. That's going to be a fun one because my guys love to talk trash.
Well, and
That
it's
game's
in
on next
Indiana.
Sunday.
Yeah, and in the afternoon.
Yep. Luckily, Portland doesn't have any players, so we'll demolish them. So that'll be fun.
Is that a good idea, though? Is that good? I mean, it's good for your shit talking with your friends, but is that good for our draft lottery?
I can't win. Either our team wins and we do worse in our draft odds, or I lose to Portland. Both things are terrible outcomes.
Well, to make you feel better, and we'll talk about this again on Thursday's show, I don't think that we can catch Portland on the losing side. So I think we're okay there. We could lose to them this game and still not have a better record than them.
Correct, yeah. I mean, they got 26 wins. They have Damian Lillard.
Yeah, they have a 3-game lead on us with, 14 games left. So I think
More
we're,
or less, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're okay on that end. And then we are at the Rockets. The Rockets are the worst team in the league. Technically,
they're abysmal.
Yeah, technically the Magic are, but I think the Rockets are probably worse.
Rockets are worse. I mean, the Rockets are so bad that the league might have to make a rule about sitting John Wall, right? Like, they have a player that they pay like $100 million that they just don't play.
Yeah, he gets to sit at home and watch Netflix. Now we're in
good work if you can.
We're in Houston, so let's pray the Pacers can figure out how to lose that game. And then,
I don't like our odds in that one.
Against the Blazers, I don't really like our odds either. I think we're probably going to win that game. So
I've been calling sweep, but I've got us on a 1-2 week.
1-2 week.
We'll find a way to lose one of those.
I unfortunately have us on a 2-1 week, and I'm not happy about it. I think we probably lose to the Grizzlies and then win against the Rockets and the Blazers.
Oh, you've little faith?
Yeah.
Too much faith? I can't. I don't even know how to say that.
Here's my main concern, and I'm just going to bring this up even though it's not this coming week. We'll just let the Pacers fans know. The game after that is Wednesday, March 23rd. The Kings are at the Pacers. There is no way that Halliburton, Budley Hield lose that game, and so I think that's a definite win. So if we're talking about that, that's 3 wins in a row. That's a 3-game win streak for the Pacers on a team that's trying to get lottery picks. Just a little nervous.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox might have something to say about that.
I don't know. We'll see. Are they more angry? Who's more angry?
I don't know if anyone's angry.
I feel like Halliburton's more angry than Domantas Sabonis. Because Halliburton didn't know he was leaving, and Domantas Sabonis knew it was coming. But he's probably angry that he's in Sacramento.
I don't necessarily know that Sabonis knew it was coming at all. I know Halliburton didn't know it was coming, but I think he's in a better situation. So again, I don't think anyone's necessarily mad.
All right.
And
so you're saying that we can get beat by the Kings?
The Kings are in win now mode. Like if they don't win that game, I mean, what?
They're 2 of 8 of their last 10. They're only like a game and a half above us.
They made a trade
standings.
for win now. They're supposed to
Ugh.
win that game. So
It's not
let's
going
let
well for them.
Do that.
Okay. Maybe we could pop this situation and have like 3 of our starters be sitting.
Aren't we doing that anyway? We got concussion, Brogdon, and I mean, what are we doing here? TJ Warren is not even a basketball player anymore. What are we doing?
I'm just saying maybe Halliburton has got a cold from Ethan on this one.
There you go. Nailed it.
All right, team. I don't even know how to do this because I've never been host before. Because normally,
Throw it to yourself.
I throw it. Yeah, do I throw it to myself? What do we do?
Turn
I don't even know how to
out
do.
the lights.
I don't even know how to do the outro. I think. Okay, here's what I'd like to say because I don't remember how it goes. What I learned is that Spotify. Which has not taken ratings forever. And in fact, we've even had a lot of our fans reach out to us and say, hey, look, I can't just look you up by saying Pacer Podcast on Spotify. I have to look you up directly under you. But it's because there's no way to rate us. Well, now there is. You can do a star rating. You can't write in, but you can star rating. That's super easy. So go ahead and just pause this thing right now. Go to your Spotify. Give us 5 stars so that your friends and loved ones can go ahead and look up Pacers podcasts in Spotify and find us because we are the longest running Pacers podcast for what it is worth. We also have, you can reach us at Twitter and email and shoutout.com or something. I don't know.
Shoutout.com.
Listen to another show when Joey's here.
He knows.
He knows. They know. It's all on the links, I think, probably. Also, none of you do it anyway. Boo on you. I know. There's thousands of you. I can see the numbers, and none of you text me. Just do it. Just love me.
Way to shame our audience.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. You know what? Continue to enjoy this content without interacting. We love you anyway. And for our architect, Donnie Walsh, and our once and always Hall of Fame coach, Bobby Sick-Leonard, turn out the lights. The party's over.
Nailed it.
Nice and efficient because I've been talking too much anyway.
I like it.
I mean, that's always the case, but,
Like it.
Solid show. Sniffing too much. So I promise you this is Ethan, not cocaine.
Oh, where's the fun in that?